planet's climate has undergone different variations and changes all over the time. These are fluctuations that change the temperatures and the climate of a specific place. For example, in many countries, it has been reported that the past years, and specifically this year, they have different average of temperatures, something that is really unstable because are fluctuations or variations that are not specifically the best ones. Some of the causes, and one of the most important of them, is the contamination. Even if we have other causes just like natural variations, the evolution of life, or even meteorites, we're going to specify how the contamination imply in this case, how and why contamination is something that occurred to the climate change.
Well, now we talk about the air pollution. The air pollution is a serious public health problem in Honduras. However, no air quality monitoring system is in place. The main health problems defined in Hondurans, children under 5 years old and housewives, are acute respiratory problems. An important risk factor for this disease is exposure to smoke, biomass fuels, and especially firewood inside the home. In 2006, the Ministry of Health recorded more than 1 million cases medical care for respiratory disease. 25% of these were recorded in Tegucigalpa, and the most involved under under 5 years old age. And a recent World Bank study estimated that more 500 premature deaths in a year are caused by the contamination of the air, whose lives are shortened by exposure to air pollution.
An environmental issue? Well, environmental contaminants are chemicals that accidentally enter the environment, often but not always as a result of human activities. Some of these contaminants may have been manufactured for industrial use, and because they are very stable, they do not break down easily. Why is contamination a problem? Some contamination can travel a long distance from its original place and enter waterways. Some levels of soil contamination, groundwater or surface water, create a risk of harm to human health or the environment. This may mean land becomes unsafe for people to use. What impact have contamination in our environment? These pollutants can be consumed or absorbed by fish and wildlife, which in turn may be eaten by us. Chemicals can also get into sediments, impacting large coastal areas, affecting human health, and reducing the economic well-being of regions that depend on a healthy coastal environment.
That's right, Carlos. In the last 6 months, the world has suffered a massive heat wave, but this seems to be different. This certainly in 6 months was, according to the scientists, completely unprecedented. Their study concluded that the chances of it happening without man-made climate change was on in 80,000 years. And so they say it was almost impossible unless the world had warmed from greenhouse gas. This was a large team of scientists from 6 countries that described the global heat wave as unequivocal evidence of influence of human-induced climate change on the planet. There is nothing clearer than that. Now we have an interview taken part by the engineer Jimena Palma.
El medio ambiente se encuentra en peligro por diversas amenazas que ponen en peligro no solamente a los ecosistemas, sino que también a tu salud. Muchos de los documentales hacen énfasis hacia otro tipo de contaminación o impactos ambientales, como pueden ser degradación del suelo, deforestación, cambio climático, contaminación atmosférica. Todos estos eventos desgarradores no es la única que tiene efectos perjudiciales para los seres vivos del planeta. Datos estadísticos en Europa, según la Agencia Europea del Medio Ambiente, conocida como la AEMA, causa al año 16.600 muertes prematuras y más de 72.000 hospitalizaciones.
And with this, we end the report. We said goodbye and continue with ISGC News.